Today's music scene is the result of evolution. This practice of artists adopting a new sound used to happen from project to project, like when former country singer Taylor Swift made her pop debut on her fifth album, 1989. Nowadays, artists aren't taking that long anymore. Instead, they're actively blending sounds with each song to create their own musical identity. PG artist Mr. Clover is all about this, using his hip-hop flow as a backdrop to seemingly opposing beats. He does it seamlessly on his latest project, the Slow It Down EP. If I had to describe it, it's like if Kendrick Lamar and Pinkpanthress had a music child. Mr. Clover is only getting started, and he's already innovating. You're currently listening to my original series, Doing Big Things with Camille Little. Yes, pun intended. From the deepest of trenches to the highest of lands, art can be found anywhere. This show puts a spotlight on creatives from the underground as I talk with them about their unique journeys into the arts and the importance of creative expression. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the episode.
My name is Mr. Clover. I'm an artist producer from Prince George's County, Maryland. I make songs. I try to do little art stuff here and there.
Awesome. So, like I said before we started recording, I discovered your music through Swank Bum, and yeah, I'm so happy that there are people out there in my vicinity that I would say like mutuals of mutuals that like actually make good music. Because there are people like you have that friend that will be like, oh yeah, I make music, but it's like, but do you really make music? And is like, is it good music? Is it
That's
like
the
stuff I
point.
want to listen to kind of music? You know what I'm saying? But with y'all, it's like, oh yeah, I could like bump this, like put this on my playlist, like with everything else. So
No, I appreciate it. And if I
yeah.
can say anything to that, like I feel like growing up, that was kind of what it all cultivated into. It was like you were like 16, like damn near like trying to just continue to make stuff. So it kind of like grew from there. Also, music back then, it was low key like boot camp because I was working with my father a lot, like back in the day. So
Mm.
like he would be like on my ass just about like how to have proper breath control and everything. So like yeah, like
So
I'm
you
glad
have it in your family.
a little bit, yeah. I'm glad that the quality like shines through. Um
Absolutely.
Before I was really born, he was like a producer. He also like rap, had a go-go band back in the day. I don't know the name. I know that that's like the family lore. Soon like my brother got into it. So like eventually it came down to me. And it was crazy because like when I got into it, he wasn't like he gave it up. So like like when you like low key in middle school, they'd just be pen tapping and rapping on the tables and shit. So like we was
Hmm.
always like freestyling and I just kind of had the access. Like we would ride around like after school to like his beat tapes. So like sometimes I would just listen to it. Then eventually I heard something and I was like, yo, dad, I wanna write to this. And then he was like, all right, write from here, write from here again, do like a little mini hook and then come back to me. So like I did that. And then ever since then he dusted off all the old shit. We made a lot of stuff together.
And you saying that there's some go-go influence from your, or at least your dad brought that into your life. It
Yeah,
makes sense because I feel like with your music, I feel like it's energetic,
yeah,
atmospheric, and what I also put down is like it feels unencumbered to like one specific genre. So while it is what I would assume rap and hip hop, it feels a bit more than that. Would you agree? And if not, like tell me, like what do you feel like your music is? If you had to talk about it to someone that's uninitiated.
I wouldn't specifically, like you said, like I wouldn't specifically put it in one genre. I would say it's still hip hop regardless. Like that is like the umbrella to like all like what I do, even if I may not like, I don't know, if I sing or some shit, I think it's still be hip hop. But
Yeah, for sure. Like Drake.
no.
I mean, that could be controversial, but
Yeah, I understand. But nah, yeah, I would say I guess my sound is more so it depends. I guess like I would say right now, I feel like my music is in a moment of like just trying to feel a lot of things out like within the hip hop space and like where would I fit in certain like subsections of it. On My Way or See Me or the last joint I did, I was like, oh man, I really wanted to do like a R&B record, but like what would that sound like for me?
I feel like genres are so hard to talk about nowadays because so many artists today don't want to be confined by one thing. And it almost sounds like you also don't want that to be the case. Like it
I
sounds like, go ahead.
I would only say because like there's a certain part of that I feel like respectfully could become pretentious. Like it's
Mm,
like it still is hip hop at the end of the day. I do like a lot of different genres. I'm going to like mess around with certain stuff. Like I have a song like On My Way, and
mhm,
like around that time I was like listening to a lot of like Brazilian like funk and
mm,
stuff like that. So like there's a portion that's specifically inspired by like those breakdowns, like with the toms and like 808s. But like I can't like just be like it's not like hip hop or rap at the end of the day. Like I'm still kind of trying to spit. So um I be trying to I try to like branch out because I do like alternative artists, but um the classification isn't really like a big thing for me specifically.
okay.
I feel like sometimes it's a try to like become something bigger than it necessarily needs to be, but
Yeah.
like out of like ego specifically. So like I can't really I don't know. I'm cool with the hip hop.
Yeah.
I'll do alternative stuff maybe, but like that's what it is.
No, I get you. And I think this is timely because Jack Harlow just dropped like this this whole different vibe than what we're used to from him. And him
Yeah.
being like a white artist, I think we're all expecting now for a white artist to be like, "Ah, I ain't a hip hop rapper or I'm not a rapper, I'm not a hip hop artist." Like we're expecting a white person like to denounce the genre. But you even see it like with black artists. Like you'll see it with like Tyler, the Creator. Like maybe he's someone that has, I think, it's like I'm more than just hip hop or rap. And forgive me if I'm like misquoting, but that's like the general gist I get from him. So to hear that from you, like that's like you're respecting that this is hip hop, but like it can still be inspired by other things if you get what I'm saying.
It's certain like cultural stuff like with them, it
Mhm.
is circumstantial because like I do remember back when like Tyler wasn't like they didn't want him to be hip hop. So I think
Mm,
it was also like him like trying to be like anti, but because of like everybody didn't like him. So like I feel like that was kind of like a trauma response almost. Yeah, I feel like a lot of shit is hip hop low key. Even like DJ culture, like how niggas mix it or even like mix the albums. Dijon, like the last one, like I feel like that's really hip hop because he's doing like DJ breaks and like almost rapping, well, not rapping, singing over like Eric B almost drums, like those little
mm,
high airy shit. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is like this nigga probably loves Eric B and like Raquel. Like he's probably like he fucks with that. So
yeah.
I feel like it's like it's the top thing that informs a lot of shit.
No, yeah, I agree with that. And I think more people should, because again, I'm just thinking about like the white artists that get into rap and hip hop that are like you start off that way and then they go off to like country. It's like and then they want to be like, "Oh, I was never influenced by hip hop or something like that." Whatever. To acknowledge that there are so many influences that come from hip hop and R&B is like that's just important, period, point blank.
Yeah.
And
Like
in respecting the culture, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's the main point. You
Right.
you can't like move and like act like oh like I'm just a genius. It's like
Right.
bro, it's
Like this
like
came from somewhere.
yeah, and that's okay. You're still
hmm
smart as hell. Like you could just acknowledge that. But
Literally, literally. And talking about influences and inspiration, and you kind of talked about this, at least with your father.
yeah,
Who else do you feel like inspires your music specifically?
I mean, I grew up on Brockhampton.
Mhm.
They're the GOAT. Like what they were doing was really nice.
R.I.P.
For real. That was like, man, I was in high school. I bought Saturation 3. I was invested. Man. But nah, I grew up like really into like Cole, Kendrick. Um, I would be in a household with like my dad and my brother. They're constantly like like the old head and then like the young dude and like how they're like they clash. I was seeing that in real time in my house. So like
Mm.
they would have rap discussions and then my brother would like rant, but I don't know anything at the time. He then I eventually like just did like research. So like I was like, okay, like I love Cole, like I love Kendrick. I got into Wayne a lot. That kind of informs like certain vocal inflections. One of my favorite songs is like by this artist, this group named Injury Reserve. They go by Storm now, but like it's called Hoodwinked. It's like a wailing like jazz horn and like 808s, but like they're blowing into their mics as if they're like the wolves from like the old story tales, like blowing
What?
on their house. Yeah, it's some weird stuff, but it sounds so fire. It's like it's themed and shit.
No, I
But
believe you. I need to check it out.
I kind of mess with just that type of stuff along with like lyrically like the Coles and Kendricks. I kind of try to mix a lot of things as far as like how can I make something kind of sound exciting but still like have like the substance or like
Mhm.
even if it's not a crazy like topic, just like staying on theme, making it mean something.
And like, what are those themes exactly?
It depends on like where I am, I guess, like when writing, because I have moments where I try to write from the perspective of like I had, I used to get this all the time. They still try to like put this on me. They'd be like, "Your music is so positive." And I'm like, bro, relax. But like, I be trying to write from the perspective of like, what do I need to hear to kind of build me up a bit? Like at my lowest, what would I say to myself to kind of like build me, or as far as like instill like that those affirmations. I also just like to mess around with just different like ideas or songs. Even with Slow It Down, I like I don't really make like love songs or just R&B songs like that. So like I was like, let me see if I can just do this.
The theme of Slow It Down, you feel like is love?
I feel like the theme of Slow It Down, because I made that like years ago. Those
And we're
songs are
talking about the song.
yeah.
Okay.
I think it was more so like, how can I make a song around like a relationship dynamic, but like specifically like themed around cars. I think specifically because it's breakcore inspired, like
Mm.
a lot of that. So I wanted to kind of flip it and just be like a topic of slowing something down if everything feels so fast. Using analogies of like cars or just like fast-paced things and everything, kind of to see like what we can do with that. So
But that makes it even more interesting. It's like you're not even just talking about one thing, but you're talking about multiple things that people can hopefully like connect to. Everybody can connect to love, but also there are people out there that can be like, oh, the car, like, yeah, I like cars. Not me, but like,
yeah.
who made the cover art?
It's this dude named, I can look at his IG specifically. Guy I met named Oates. He's really good at graphic design. Loved his music words. I loved his graphic design. My fault. I loved his graphic designs a lot. So like I really wanted to tap into him. I think X Oates in Milk.
I bring up the cover art because I feel like all of your other visuals I see on your Instagram and the other cover arts of your other projects, they
Yeah.
really stick out to me. And I am someone that is like kind of a sucker for branding. Even if the product is completely ass, if it's pretty, I might just buy it. I might just buy it.
I just
But
feel
thankfully for you, like the cover is pretty and the music is good. So, how important is it to you to create something visual for your listeners? And like what inspires the kind of art that you use for it?
it matters a lot because I switched my name. I used to be like the artist Frank Irvin, but like when I switched it, I was thinking more about like branding, like how can I present myself and like make sense or like how can I respect this part of the artistry and everything? So
Mm,
like when it came to cover arts or even just like little things online, that is important. I feel like if it look like you say, like if it looks good, it gets people more engaged. Like I've there's so many times where I've listened to albums that I found like on Bandcamp or something, and I'm like, oh my God, like this dude like has a painting as like a cover. Like this is so fire. And for Oates, I think specifically, because I had the song for a minute, was trying to figure out the cover. The other covers that I've done were like things that I've like done in Photoshop. So like
mm,
it's kind of sometimes it's a bit hard to just be like, what is this one going to be? So like
yeah.
his art is very like it's very striking. He has a lot of like very like sharp edges and like a lot of things going on. So like I was like, let me tap in. And I think it would make sense for this. Also visually, I want to tap a little bit deeper into like videos a bit.
Mm,
I think right now where I'm at, it's a lot of run and gun like handy cam stuff. I do want to kind of like get more deep into the like videos and visuals. And I think
mhm,
specifically when I say that, I mean like things that feel like performance arts. I really mess with how Solange does her
mhm.
visuals, or even just the idea of like having this like abstract thing. I don't know, maybe one day I'll just like talk to like a ballerina and be like, yo, can you like do something to like electronic music or something?
Yeah.
Like I fuck with that. I think that shit is hard.
And I'm glad that you see the importance of that because it is hard nowadays where,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as really an MTV. The channel like that used to just play music videos all day long. Like that used to be my bread and butter. Like when I was a kid, I just used to be on that channel just watching music videos, and that was the way that I discovered music. And honestly, say kind of to go back to the marketing thing, it's like maybe I didn't love the song, but because I saw the visual, I loved it even more. It made me like the song even more. So I feel
Yeah.
like it's like a lost art that I feel like I appreciate when I see any artist really put in their all when it comes to making a music video. If we can just go briefly song by song of the Slow It Down EP, because for me, the cover art and the music go hand in hand in the way that I feel like the cover art feels technological, feels nostalgic, and again, atmospheric, but also very still like modern. The first song of the EP, Slow It Down, gave very much, especially with Cameron's vocals, it gave me 90s like R&B, but like I think what you would consider like the breakcore, the instrumental makes it technological, very like
Yeah.
if you know like the Brandy.
Fi type shit. It's like no shit.
Right, right. It reminds me of the
Uh,
one of the Brandy's albums where it's like came out like 1999 or maybe the 2000s. So like it was like
Subtitle one?
was it? I think so.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy? I listened to that. I just listened to that like I think a year ago.
Oh
Or
my
like
gosh.
yeah, like that was the first time I actually like sat down and listened to the album. I was like, this is the best music ever. I love it so much.
She's the vocal Bible.
Layers her shit like
Hmm.
so crazy. Like there's so many. I don't think that like I don't know there's an artist who does it like her like right
No.
now either. Like she understood all of that. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I love the dedication interludes. I all
Yes.
I be playing that in the car, bruh. I be man. Those
You
are
get it. You get it. You get it. So tell me, the process of Slow It Down, like was there any Brandy influence there on purpose or like how was it?
Nah, I would say low key, it was a lot of at the time, I think I was listening to a lot of like Pinkpanthress, and
Mm.
then like I kind of mess with 90s R&B, but like I've only listened to like I don't know, like Boys to Men. I like Jodeci a lot. So like I was thinking in the vein of like how can I make something like how can I get like Cameron to like sing something that is like would make me think of those artists a lot.
On the song On My Way, I'm curious about that one because in the EP, that's the only song that you have that's just you. I'm assuming that was intentional as you had two features on the other two.
Yeah. That was kind of I went on a hiatus and then like I dropped that song as a like a standalone single. So I was like,
Mm,
what does what does me right now feel like? Or like what did I want to kind of put out? So I think on my way, writing wise, wanted to make something that like you said, like I was saying earlier, like as far as like the affirmations, like kind of building that type of like building those type of bars like and stacking those together, but also um kind of like saying like this is where I'm from. Like
mm.
how like artists would like shout out like their county or just like oh like I'm from New York. So I was like let me kind of like say like what I'm about and also say where I'm from. So
Yeah. No, shout out to PG County.
on my way lyrically was really trying to just kind of like say like where I'm from, what I'm about, do it in a way that just feels like me. I think that's also one of the main things that I try to do with writing. I want to be like hyper specific to the point where it's like this is like these are my topics, these are the things that I am about, and it may not be necessarily like a flashy thing, but
Mm.
just kind of like okay, this is clearly like a Clover topic. I don't know, like if I may be like, oh man, I used to play like Game Boy Advance like as a kid, but like I want to say it like hard as fuck, like kind of fuck with that. Like Zach Fox kind of does it a little bit. And production wise, wanted to make something that felt like more lively. Because we talked about go-go prior, but
Mhm.
wanted to make something that like had like the toms and everything. Like what would like the hip hopified like DMV sound like to me?
And I love that you said that basically lyrically you want to stay true to who you are. Like you don't want to talk about things that your life doesn't pertain to, such
Yeah.
as like maybe like a little Tekka who's like you've seen the Genius lyric video where he's like, I don't actually have whatever he said. He was like, I actually don't have like a Bugatti or something like that.
No, I feel you. Honestly, I respect the fact that he's just like artist. Like like if
Right.
like you could be a character if you want to like talk about that stuff, but you could also just be honest, be like, yo, like I'm rapping, bro. I like it. It's fun.
No, yeah,
But
and I'm not hating. Like I think
yeah,
that serves a purpose. That's great too, but I think there definitely needs to be more artists who talk about maybe the more regular things that I feel like everybody else can relate to.
I don't know, the idea of like what a rapper should say, I feel like it gets boring because it's like we saying
Mm.
the same things. Like and I don't think it's like as interesting if you just kind of like operate like that rather than just be like, oh, like my life is regular, but also I be going through some things sometimes.
Yeah, I think people are just like getting tired of like kind of the current state of hip hop and rap right now. At least the songs that are playing on the radio, like it's all very one note. It's
Yeah,
shaking ass and big booty bitches and all of that.
which is still valid. I'm down.
Valid.
It's still valid, but like
Valid.
I get what you mean. SZA shake ass and she talk about crying. So like it's the dynamics.
You know, it's all about how you say it. It's all about how you present it. Because I say that, and then I'm also like not the person that will like click on a J. Cole album. Oops, sorry.
Real, yeah.
But yeah, on my way, I feel like it was compared to the other songs on the EP, it was a bit more boom bap maybe than the other ones. And
Yeah.
you know, I just had recently watched an episode of I don't know, I guess it's the Apple Music podcast with like Ebro and them. And they were
Yeah.
talking about like what people, how the definition of a bar has kind of changed throughout the years. Like when people say, "Oh, that was a nice bar today," they're talking about like maybe like a singular line in a song. But like before, like a bar would consist of like four lines.
I see what you mean. Like it's
Yeah.
like the setup, the punchline, that whole like section, they consider that more than just like a phrase specific.
Right. I was curious to know what's your favorite bar? Like, what's a bar that you've heard or a lyric that you've heard that, like, oh, that's really great. I want to capture that moment in the things that I do.
That's a really good question.
Thank you. I try.
Oh, journalism. I think for me, like because I can't necessarily say that I am a technical rapper, or at least I don't specifically focus too much on technicality. I know homies who love like the quadruple entendres.
Mm,
The stuff that really be getting to me is like the more like emotional, like potent stuff. I think I'll say this. I feel like
yeah.
the verse of Count Me Out by Kendrick is one of the best rap verses ever written.
Mm.
Like that's how I be feeling. Like it's like one of these lives I'm gonna make things right with the wrongs I done. That's how I unite with the Father, Son. Till then I fight. Blame on me, got shame on me, got guilt, got hurt, got all of that on me. He's writing from a perspective where he's trying to almost like break out of this shell that he may have made for himself, but also the emotional gravity of it like means so much. Like those are the types of like songs that like get me. Like I love those songs that like kind of choke you up
Mm,
because it's this like very strong reality that we all kind of deal with, but like some niggas it's easier to hide, but like
mm.
he's saying everything that we're feeling. Cause I do relate to Count Me Out a bit, like just as far as like that emotion. So like I was like, okay, like things like that matter to me a lot as far as like um bars or like specifically like how like people make songs. Like that's why I also love Earl Sweatshirt. Cause like
Mm.
Earl Sweatshirt was like very emotionally intelligent, like at like 18. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I understand what he's saying. Um
He's speaking to me right now. Just to end it off, I usually play a game, this or that, and it's a simple game. I give you two things to pick from, and you have to choose. Are you ready?
yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So first thing is going out or staying in.
Damn. You know what's so crazy? Because I'm such a stay in nigga, low key. Like
Mm.
I'm low key a homebody, but I like going out, not specifically like clubbing, but like I don't know, like niggas gotta go out and go on walks. Niggas got
Connect with nature.
nature, bro. But
Understandable. So yeah, you're not the club kind of person.
nah, not really.
If we going out, we hugging trees.
We listen to the water.
Second thing, pancakes or waffles?
That's so fucking funny. 'Cause
Serious questions.
that's a very strong argument that I be having because I'm full like pancake like all day. Niggas, bro. See, the problem is niggas have never had like the perfect pancake. I feel like it's easy to make a waffle. And you're low key, you have a machine. So like it's really man against machine. So like you have to choose to be like, yo, like we can like have a really like you have to like figure out like a quality pancake because there's a different consistency with it versus oh I could just like put this to the waffle maker. It will be perfect. I guess. But like that's how it be.
So you're saying you like pancakes more because it's more laborious?
Not labor.
Laborious?
I feel like it just tastes a little bit I like the consistency and the taste of it. I feel like you can make it like a good waffle regardless, but like a really good pancake is better than a good waffle.
This is your episode, not mine. Third thing. Tyler, the Creator or Earl Sweatshirt?
That's funny. Fuck. That's crazy. You know what? I'm gonna say Earl Sweatshirt. I'm gonna say Earl Sweatshirt because
Respect.
right now Earl is doing some really cool shit, and I think Tyler is doing some cool shit too, like what he was doing like with Chromacopia and everything. But like I feel like this summer and spring, like I'm gonna be listening to like the new Earl music a
Fair
lot.
enough.
But yeah,
And the last thing, creating the visual or recording the song.
recording the song. I feel like like the gratification of like making the song is like is the best feeling. I feel like recording the visual gets more like complicated. And then also it's like the resources. So you got to kind of like be like, oh dang, with certain shit. But
Hmm.
I feel like the song is the world. Like
Yeah.
that's your so like if the world looks nice, anything feels nice. But like, yeah.
Love that. Well, if this was a scored test, I would give you a 2 out of 4. But I think I again pr appreciate you staying true to who you are, just like in your songs. Everyone go listen to Mr. Clover. Thank you so much for joining me in today's episode. I really enjoyed talking with you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, man.
It's all 'cause of you. You got something that I don't wanna lose. Only thing I can give is my heart and the truth.
Yeah, we got all the time to let the world see your best. Light speed, ice cream, sweet as sugar, I confess. I was looking in your eyes in a trance. I was hexed, heart racing on the line. Give my all, nothing left. Baby girl, need my love. Gotta say it with my chest.